to you from the beautiful Hastings Point beach. I am just in my element when we arrived here on the beach early this morning. I just told my husband now I'm on holidays because that's what the ocean does for me. So I'll quickly show you my current view. Of course, I'm underneath actually underneath two sun umbrellas because I'm one of those people that don't tan or suntan. I just go completely red and then I go white again. So I have learned to just stay out in the sun. So I'm sitting here, hubby and his mate has gone fishing, the big kids are in the water doing some boogie boarding, and my little man is sitting in front of me here building sand castles. I'm going to join him after this. But of course I'm doing my 90-day vlog challenge, and I have to speak to you guys today, not because I have to, but because I want to. And I thought a very relevant topic would be this myth about work-life balance, because a lot of you might be thinking, oh good, it's a long weekend, you're on a weekend away with your kids and you're still hopping onto Facebook, doing your live vlog as part of your private practice success community value that you want to bring, so you're really still working. And of course, to me it's not work. To me this is really, really fun. But I thought, let's talk about that. It's really important to talk about sometimes those unspoken questions that people might have and people don't raise. There's just a chopper going past, which is the noise. So, you know, often when I speak to people, they either tell me one of two things when it comes to work-life balance. They either say, I'm just going to get a 9-to-5 job, going to work for Queensland Health, going to be employed by an EAP company where I know I start at 9 and I finish at 5 so that I can have work-life balance. So I don't want to go into private practice. And then I speak to other people that go, oh Gerda, I really want to desperately go into private practice. I want my own business because I want more work-life balance. It's like, What that tells me is that people have very different definitions of what work-life balance is. And that's why I'm saying, you know, let's bust the myth of work-life balance. Hi Anna, welcome. Glad you're joining me on a Saturday. And it's very different. So it really is about how you perceive work-life balance. So my message to you is not to buy into what society, your family, your colleagues, or your peers, or your brother, or your sister, or your best friend tells you work-life balance is. Hi Fern, thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well. You need to decide, what does work-life balance mean to you right now based on where you are at in your life? Okay, what does it mean to you? Who cares what everybody else thinks? You need to make your own rules around work-life balance. Hi Joe, thanks for joining. So for me, work-life balance really is that I can do what I want when I want without asking anybody else's permission. That's my definition. So if I want to hop on Facebook and do a live stream for my community, I'll do it. You know, last year I clearly remember, because we were at the same place, we were here, and last year what I did whilst the kids were swimming is I updated my masterclass weekend workshop content for the year. And I actually thought, oh, I might do it again this year, because I brought it all along with me, but I just haven't felt like doing it. Because I make my own rules and I decide what I'm in the mood for and what I want to do when. Nobody else is going to tell me it. And if I feel like I don't want to do anything, I won't. Okay, do I want to check my emails? Yes or no? Do I want to go when the school is back on? Do I want to go and do tuck shop duty for 2-3 hours during the day? If I choose to do so, I will. So I will have life stuff during the middle of the day when everybody else is at work, you know, and I would go and get my kids from after school, and I'll be a mom until 8 p.m. and then I might decide to do work stuff for an hour after that. But I don't look at it at work. I think another important thing is, when you have your own business, when you are in your own private practice, I do not qualify that as work, because I've made a choice to go into business for myself, knowing that it is a lot of hard work, especially at the start, when you are building it up, when you are establishing yourself, that type of thing. And I realized that I'm going to have to be very flexible in terms of what I do when, especially when I have young children, if I have a young family. So I also work with a lot of practice owners that's relatively young compared to me. I'm 42, I'll be 43 in May next month. You know, so compared to me, they're still very young, they don't have a family yet, and they just so driven. They want to build it up to that level 5 within the next 12 to 24 months, so that they can get to that place where their practice is traveling in their absence. They can have maternity leave, still pay themselves their full wage, and have time to focus on their family and know that their business has systems and processes in place, their private practice, and is running smoothly. And you know, looking back, I think that's an excellent way of doing it. You know, that wasn't my journey. I only started my private practice after my second son was born. But it all comes down to the choices you make, the decisions you make, and depending on where it is that you are in your life. And there's no right or wrong time to do it. It's what you want to do. It's when you want to do it. And it's really about being comfortable with that. Please let me know if you agree. Comment below, press the like or the love button even if this is really resonating with you. By the way, some people have been messaging me, especially on LinkedIn actually, and saying that they've been following my 90-day vlog. So what you can actually do if you are on Facebook, there's a little button here on the right hand corner that you can press, that you can follow, which means that every time I go live, Facebook, and you're on Facebook, it will let you know that I'm actually live, and you can actually join me live, which is always great, of course. So, to summarize, the message is work-life balance is what you define it is. Obviously, if you're married or you've got a partner that you've got children with, you need to speak to that person about it. You need to be on the same page in terms of what is work-life balance for you and for your family, and who cares what the rest thinks. Let them do their own thing. You know, for me, it's all about the flexibility. It's doing what I want, when I want, for how long I want to do it, and that's the stuff that helps me always move forward. I always tell people closest to me that ask me, why do you work on the weekends, Gerda? Or why do you work on holidays, especially on holidays when I'm here at the beach and I don't have the distractions of email. I actually don't have my email on my iPhone. I only have it on my laptop. When I don't have those distractions, when I don't have all the other demands that's being made on me, be thinking of dinner, all of that stuff, school things. Yes, sorry, little one just wants some water that mummy needs to open for him. Here we go, big boy.
I just want to keep it here.
Oh no, that water you need to get from the ocean. That is our drinking water, Ethan. We don't have a lot of that. Ethan? Yeah, no. He knows he can do and not listen because mummy's live on Facebook. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yes, when I'm here on the beach away from the day-to-day distractions is when I can make the best business decisions. This is when I come up with new ideas, let's say in terms of customer service, new marketing ideas that I want to test, new programs that I want to run. It really gives me that opportunity to step away from all the distractions, just focus and get clarity, especially when I've had maybe some resistance or some blocks around certain things. Being here just makes it all clear, and I always make sure that I have my notebook in my bag so that when that inspiration hits me, I can write it down immediately. So it's actually so great to get away from your day-to-day stuff. It's actually also probably the major reason why this year, at the start of this year, I started running all my masterclass weekend workshops in Brisbane. So if you've attended my workshops and you've worked with me in the last 2 to 3 years, you would know previous years all the masterclass weekend workshops, I would, let's say, run an introductory in Perth, Melbourne or Sydney, and I would go back to that city to run their masterclass. And I just decided, well, it's a lot of travel, but I decided no, the masterclass is so full on. It is huge in terms of content, in terms of learning, in terms of implementation, that I really want people to come out of their day-to-day life and almost get into this. Yes, my lovey. Over here. and get into this private practice success bubble where all they do over that weekend is just focus on setting themselves up for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months on really elevating their practice to where they want to get it and really setting that time aside. And I think that's so good, because for them as practice owners, you know, a lot of them got young families, and I can say this because I'm a young family, they're full of distractions, as you can see. Yes, lovey? Okay, let's open it here. And it's good to get away from that so you can actually focus on your business. Because what I find is that I have so many mums with young families coming and doing my introductory master classes, and the business ideas and plans that's up in here in their heads in terms of what they want to achieve is huge, and it's inspiring. My clients inspire me. It's so inspiring in terms of the stuff that they want to get done, and it's like they just don't have the time. That's such a big challenge, and it's really about helping them get clear on what needs priority first, giving them content, intellectual property that saves them hours and weeks and days of work so they can get where they want to do. And that's why I'm doing all of those this year in Brisbane. My first one is, of course, at the end of May, and I'm really looking forward to it. I still need to, because I haven't done it this year over my Easter weekend, I need to update that manual, because every year I change things based on what it is that I'm doing differently at my practice, the Psych Professionals, or you know, what it is, new things that I've started to use and that I've found work really well. Okay, let me see. It says people are commenting, but I can't see anything. I'm not sure why that is. I'll have to find out what I'm doing wrong. So if you have commented, it just says congratulations, this is your most commented on live video. And I'm thinking I can't see any comments, so please know that I'm not ignoring your comments. For some reason I can't access them, so what I will do is I will comment on them after this, but I'm hoping you're agreeing with me. Alrighty, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you have a beautiful Saturday. Whatever it is that you're doing, enjoy it. I'll give you one last of my beautiful view that I have today. And I'm here until Tuesday morning. So as always, guys, all you need to do is say yes to having your very own ultimate private practice, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye.